Not game. Recording. Recording. Okay. Let's start the adventure. Start the adventure. The adventure of the great departure. Let me try. I can give voices. I'll do this. I'll do this more seriously. You know. Meiji milk is the bomb. Coffee. The coffee one. The coffee one. The coffee one and the strawberry one. The 22nd of November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Jurisdiction, Defendant, Antechamber 5. Still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest courtroom in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? You love the chocolate one. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glass, murderer. Sorry. Have some backbone. Have some backbone. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough! He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And you are? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Look, lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. Man's a boss, man. Shit. Our friend's a boss. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no. I suppose that wasn't my fault? But, really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Hey, it's Kurono. It's Kurono. Hello. Welcome to the great adventure of Phoenix Wright. No, not Phoenix Wright. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. As we do our trial. But really, Kazuma, but really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspaper these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Nobunaga's ambition. Hello, Ashley. Did I get it right? Did I get your name right? Welcome to the great Ace Attorney. You can't see, but I have my hand up. I was supposed to have like a Sherlock Holmes hat, but I got lazy. Ashlyn, okay. Ashlyn, okay. I'm still getting used to names, you know. Oh, of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean? I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Fuck, I missed it. T. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering he's still an undergraduate. Hey, Mickey! Hello, hello. Welcome to... Really? Really? You still get ads from subs? Oh, okay. I have to leave affiliate now. I don't want people to get ads on my stream. That's sad. That's really sad. Yeah, it's a ripoff, eh? Oh yeah, I have a Discord now. Are you using adblocker, Kurono? Good investment, I say. Yeah, it's in my bio, I think. The one with the big Pepsi addiction is real one. Oh no, not that. Wait. Fuck, where is it? Wait. It's this one. I think. Yeah. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyways. My qualifications don't mean much, yet... You said exactly the same things 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. Oh, thanks, KK. Okay. See you later, Ashlyn. I'm waving goodbye, but I don't have the tracker on now. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. Oh, okay. Okay, understandable. Thank you for the meat. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. I'm proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. God damn, you actually scared me for that. I'm gonna get copyrighted for this. have the prayers, you know. The sound of annoyance. Sound of fucking styrofoam squeaking. God damn. Oh fuck. But how you guys been doing? Like, you know? Yes. Haven't asked. But how you like? Yeah, how are you guys like doing on this fine Friday? It's Friday for me, anyways. Yeah, going dude is the way to go. Yes, I know. I talked to you like 15 minutes ago, and how I professed my love for Parumis. Your cat woke you up. You have a cat? Wait, Mickey, you have to get tested for COVID? Why? Why? What happened? Was there a possible exposure to you? Ah, it sucks. It really sucks. I was like, I was exposed to it, and I was so sad because I was like afraid to go out. Good job. Vaccination complete this Sunday. Gambate. Even like hotspots can be anything, to be honest. It can be like it's either a nightclub or like a fish market, you know. Same here. They track you. They have this little like token thingy that you have to bring around. There's also an app for it, but I prefer the token. But you better get tested, you know. Better to be safe than sorry. Yes, KK. Oh, god damn it. I should have a Batman one. When there's like, should I have a Batman redemption? How much I hate that. How much I hate that sound. You know what? Wait. Where is it? Nah, I'm not gonna ban you guys. I love you guys. As friends, you know. Because it cringes me, you know. I have to start like my whole body just like goes into a dump after that. Is tracking on? I have no idea. Yeah, tracking is on. Wait. So you can see I have 5 fingers. Now there's 4. Now wait, shit. Wait. It's not track. Wait. There's 5. Now there's. Okay. Oh fuck. I love this thing, but I love the hand tracking, but the hand tracking just like goes weird after that. Should keep on like I bought it just for the sole reason of using it frequently, but I don't. There's 5 fingers. Now there's only 1. Okay. I'm getting like off tangent. We're not even into like the courtroom scenes yet. We're stuck on visual novel. Limbo now. How? Wait. I want to bring about change in our own ecosystem. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'll have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it was that simple, eh? Oh dear, look at the time. It's better, I'll better be going. Alright. I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow. Then, partner. That came out weird. Like how I delivered that sentence, it was weird. It was straight after. The funny thing is that I don't have water with me right now. Wait, I should find my water bottle. Wait. I found it. I found my water. Found my water bottle. No. Found my water bottle. Thank you for the hydrate redemption then. A snack. Also, I have food with me. Go straight after that. That's when it happened. Hasogi, may I have a word with you? Oh wait, he's not. He's he's not so. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. No, not yet. You have to redeem pixel reviews. You know, Miki. You have to do that. Don't expect me to show my face now. You know. And walking cycle. What is this? An NPC? Like when you see ketchup. It matches, you know. It matches Mickey. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Hasogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers. Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. Reveal my face. I'll reveal my face if you give us a sneak peek. It seems there are many. There may be some confusion about proceed. I can't read. If I start my stream with like a short poetry session beforehand, that's a good idea, eh? Have me read something more complex than this. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at the university before. SPG Pepe. Yeah, I should have a rap battle with Darius beforehand, you know? I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes. Thank you, Kazuma. This is awkward. If I may. Yes. Sorry. Sorry? You may be the defendant. You must be the defendant. Ryonosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. Oh, my name is Eugene Mikotoba. Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medical. Fuck, I can't read. I can't read. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. No, I don't need an interpreter. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? I can't read. I'm better than this, you know. I'm still a novice at reading, you know. English may be my first language, but it's hard. English is hard. Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? Ah, as I suspected, you were truly unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear. I'm not a murderer. Meow meow, I'm a cow. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. What? Then what shall I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? Well, what will the question be? You were talking to Parumis beforehand, you know. You were talking to Parumis. I didn't want to disturb your I didn't want to disturb your date time, you know. One series at a time. So you'll be seeing her on, I think, tomorrow for Sally Face. I'm planning on doing Sally Face tomorrow. If she's available, I don't know. If she's not, then wait, isn't Sunday also a good like a good time since Monday is a public holiday? Yeah. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Uh, Defendant. Is the same. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Ah. It would... Yeah. It would seem our... Surrep... It... It would seem our discussions are to be cut short. I can't pronounce that. It's too complex, you know. Actually, I can, but you know what? If I lose this case, I'm gonna consume hot sauce. We're gonna do the first case. We're gonna finish up the first case. If I even lose one, if I'm gonna lose one, I'm gonna... What punishment should I do for losing? I was thinking of hot sauce, but you can't see me consume hot sauce. Seppuku Sudoku. So allow me to surmise. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyways. Oh fuck, I'm gonna This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lays ahead, you know, that's still Ryu. With absolutely no idea of what lays ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. A trial that would decide my destiny. 22nd November. That's like 7 days before my birthday. 9 AM. Supreme Court of Judication, Courtroom 2. So this is a courtroom? Yes, the Supreme Court of Judication. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the looks of those people sitting in the public gallery. Or any day that you can think of. Whether it be 29th October, 15 December, 12 August, every day is my birthday. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. Wait, what? Wait, what day is very special? 29? Oh. Is it? Oh, 29th November. Is it The day that you got married? Is that your anniversary? Please tell me it is. If not, that's really like legit a coincidence, you know. If it's your anniversary, Mickey, you know, it's oh, not your anniversary. Hmm. Okay. Okay. OC 29. OC 29. The powers that yeah, but my birthday is actually 29, you know, 29 November. Wait, is your birthday on 29th too, Mickey? Wait, let me see. Oh, not your birthday. Hey, it's Mango. It's Mango. It's one of my chaps from my bunk buddy. Yes, my bunk buddy. My bunk buddy. Yes. Mm. Yeah. Yes. How was stream, Mango? This bottom frag like one dot. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I saw you get into silver one. Okay, okay. Getting off topic. Getting off topic. The powers that be. Oh wait. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? Yes, a trial that's close to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. Can I bring this up? Can I bring my chat up? Okay. Oh, did Mika join in? Nani? Mika? What is this? It's Mika. It's my other half and KK soulmate. Hello Mika, how are you today? How are you on this fine Friday evening? And how's Mango? Wait, Mango, do you have work today? I have Discord, yes. No, not that one. You check in my description where I have Pepsi addiction is real. Yes, I have it there. It's what Mitch wanted and what you guys wanted. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Ryonosuke. It's about to begin. Dong! Oh, it's him. Oh, it's him. He looks more. He looks more. He looks more. How would you say? Um. What's this animal hypostasis? You know. Oof. Hmm. Younger. No, he looks not younger, but he looks more Chinese. He looks more Chinese than Japanese, you know? He looks like he's from like the... He has like Chinese clothing with him. It looks like it. Am I going insane? Am I wrong? should I just this bow? What's this? Wait. Just this bow. Oh, it's him. Yes, it's him. I vote for insane. Okay. Should I give him? Should I give him like and like a smoker voice? You know, he's like he smoked like a pack, like 5 packs a day. Sounds like an old man. I can't.
Look, we're now here. The trial of.
He sounds constipated.
Look, we're now here about the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
As is the defense.
Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense...
I can't, sir. I can't do it. High and mighty. Oh yeah, I removed it, didn't I? Wait, I should add that back in. Actually no, not yet. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for change of advocates. That is correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Like, Ryu looks so like scared out of his mind. Normally, before normal procedures is for the defense advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for the final confirmation now. No, I will not. You will not get auto-tune today. I'll have it open tomorrow. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's gonna defend me? That's the question the professor meant. Because we're gonna do Sally face tomorrow. We're gonna do Sally face tomorrow. And I'm too lazy to alt them out. Before then, but then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I do! Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant... Huh? What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? It became 3D when the 3DS came out. Yes. I would like to inform the court that Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Ryunosuke, I see Naruhodo will be defending myself. You'll be... What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor... Mikotoba told me everything. Just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that. Really. It's just that. Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you. Yes. I knew that's how you felt, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well. As the accused admits defeat already, renouncing his own counsel. Really?
Iniari. Make no mistake, Counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent. His confidence he can speak for himself. Oh yeah, I haven't asked. How's life, Mika? Oh yeah, I did ask, but you didn't answer. I would do the same thing, you know. I wouldn't answer to how's life. I would answer to what's popping, my dude. Isn't that right, Naruhodo-san? Oh! Yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. Not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judication of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standard of conduct are expected of all. Hello, Manolia Meow. Welcome to my stream. If you like shit show content, you're up for it. Is it? Is it a bot? Say something now. Say something to check that. Ah, fuck. Damn it. I just went on. God damn it. Why would something? Wait. Where is it? Fuck, it's going. Why would something be popping? Is there something you wanna? Who is live? Oh fuck. Wait. I think it already has been done. I'll see you later. Alright. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I could ever care to remember. What? Wait. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was his name again? Ryonosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me too well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the courtroom records with a press of the E button. You know, this is the time when computers hasn't been invented yet, so it has to be a physical E button. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press the E for the court records. Alright, there's no time to lose. E. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. You'll find details about the victims in here. When you're done, press Z to go back. Wait. Oh. Well, who knows what? Yeah. Scary place. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court records. Why do I feel that Kazuma's about to die? Like, he's gonna die in one of the court case, like, he's gonna die like Mia did. You know, like Maya did in Phoenix, right? I have a feeling, strange feeling. Now, we better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go ahead. Find the victims in the people section of the court records, then press R to present. Try it now. Oh, I used the WASD key. That's dumb. Like that. Yes, the victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Well, at least you can remember the name of the esteemed member of your own university.
Yes, Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valued foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor for the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
But I didn't do it though.
This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of the upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So, and why is this trial has these unusual peculiarities in it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes. Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. Nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright. I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Yes, good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. The British Empire. Oh, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, you should go and say hello. Was he shot beforehand? So I went over to the professor's table. Oh, he hasn't been shot yet. And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, Ryunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up with evidence. Why, evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Death. Can I read it? Examine. Victim J.H. Wilson, male. British, time of death 19 November. Shortly after 2 p.m. Single bullet fired at close range, fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exact wound, bullet did not pass through the body. So it's still there. What's good about... Yeah, but what's good about it not exiting the body is that you still have a higher chance of... You have a higher chance of surviving since there's something plugging the hole. If it were to just go through, there's nothing to block. Yeah. There's nothing to block it, you know? There's no blockage of blood. It's an open wound. It's not gonna close. So he has a higher chance of surviving. Well, he can't survive if it's like a direct shot to the heart, you know. Did it go through the heart though? The mica mineral is stable up to 500 degrees Celsius. Wow. Vincent. Hi! Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry. Yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not gonna be tested on any of this later.
In this so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime, you can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder's explosion.
Ah, okay. I'll see you later, Mika. Play some Minecraft. Bye bye. See you later.
In other words, you should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the records. Photograph print of the victim has been entered into the court records. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I'm satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. And the trial begins. Hopefully I don't lose. I don't want to do punishments.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls in the first witness who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
This is it then? I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikutoba? Yes, clearly there's the defense lawyer. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. Well, he was speaking with me before. He simply said...
Cut. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
What are you doing? What? Ryunosuke? What the fuck are you doing? He really has sticked his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of evidence is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Fuck. Ooh, this is what best friends are for, you know. Making fun of each other.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Please.
Ah, yes, of course. My name is Satoru Osonaga. I am the head waiter at the Western style restaurant called La Carnival. Ahem. Are you alright?
You seem to be coughing up some,
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Well, it really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago.
Understood. Kusunaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you know about the incident. At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, aspiring. Maybe, but aspiring. May I just state, it was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits with my memories of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. Ahem. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Hold on. Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection. I do believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw. You amateur.
But next time you interrupt at any inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
Ahem. Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one around at the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Wait and see. I don't want to be penalized. I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject. Ryunosuke, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you? I suppose I am. I never got into Yume University otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know? If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. Alright, you've scared me. I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'll just have to... I'm just gonna shut my eyes and say it. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Dear me, what are we gonna do with you? With your blatant disregards for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure I was what I saw. Hosunaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of evidence is hazy. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. Ahem. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm not afraid I'll use the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you could see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will now take this plan and add it to the court records as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court records.
So, the court has now heard a precise
of...
So, the court has now heard a precise of the case.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
I can't do that voice. How does the Squidward voice actor do it? What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said before from your outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back into my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. You just gonna abandon that duty? Are you gonna give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryu. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invited the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring up its witnesses. Then we'll see how decisive this evidence really is. Silence in the court, indeed. Prosecutor Auchi, please continue with the proceedings. What's the matter, Mickey? Don't mind me, just having a snack. Are you winning though? Are you winning poker?
Tusk, well, you are warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. He looks like Detective Gumshoe.
Witnesses, kindly state your name and occupation for the court.
Hey, sir! The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iesa Nosa reporting for duty, sir!
Yes, miss.
Myself, I find employment as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation. Nippon paint. Conducting my trade for the Rasutei, a humble premise in the 2nd district of Kyoryo Kurekuta at your service.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be at the other diners at the other tables that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question. Oh, always past post-noon, and not infrequently converse with the interested parties regarding the curios with which my heart with which I make my business.
I can't understand what a word that old man is saying. Ah, he's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he's a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in which can only be described as an act of war, sir! It was the black uniform rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir! Wait, was that a baby? Did I hear a baby? Did I just hear a baby? Hey, this man's an impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. That was a baby. So, this is a decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, aren't you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm being honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Yes, sir! Standing by ready to report, sir!
Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon.
I'm butchering like every English word there is. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At the precise moment a firearm was discharged, I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes.
The back.
I can't. Let's stick to one, please. And then stick to one voice. The black uniform varsity cadet. Black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back the cowardly little weasel, and from the back. That wouldn't kill him actually. From the front maybe, but from the back, no. I think it went through his ribs. No, it didn't go through his ribs, wait. It went into his lungs maybe? Or punctured his lungs?
I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious, abscondent, precious curio. Oh boy.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment? You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim? Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! That wicked university cadet, sir! The cruel and unforgivable enemy!
What times we live in, when an English gentleman maybe a assailant in the broad light of day. Oh,
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryu? Yes. All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. But that doesn't make sense though. Did he not hear the gunshot? I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down and just as I was picking it up. Bang! Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimony, there's a clue as to who the criminal was. There is? Ryu, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now.
As you have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defense is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates all vestige of doubt. Therefore, what the fuck? What in the name of the emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean the defense demands the right to a cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic!
Huh? Oh, how did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryu. But I don't even know what I have to do during the cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to do that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryu. Don't let them beat you. Hey, oh, alright then. It's all or nothing. What is it? What the witnesses saw. was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. I can press. While I was extolling the virtues of a particular fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. Did you really? So, you're saying that you actually saw me at that time? Affirmative. I saw you, laughing, cackling like a madman as you trained the barrel of your gun on the English civilian. But that's impossible. I only... allow me to confirm just one point, please. What is that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table, no? And so what if it was? Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you didn't in fact see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. Ooh. Ah! And double ah! My sixth sense. Sorry? My sixth sense of danger. I picked it up, the wave of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. How can you... How? Which means, a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, cadet. Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I have gotten to where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Well, it would seem this soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do that deed. It is not good. Right? Really? Can I press him here? So this black uniformed university cadet, you're saying that was... I have just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Where's the sauce, bro? Who else do you see around here in black uniform, huh? Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits the description as well, but... It was you, you little weasel. You unloaded the firearm on that man. From the back, from behind his back, and you call yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon. You disgust me. Wait, I know this one. From the picture, since there's no exit wound, there should only be blood in the front, not the back, because the bullet didn't penetrate through. Huh? What is it, Ryu? I'm not quite sure. It's something that the sergeant just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind. In that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered in the court records. And if you find an inconsistency with that the witness just said, then don't hold back. Present the evidence to the court, thrust it in the witness's face, and make him choke on it. This man loves choking people. I love this man now. Go back. What was the thing? Was it Z? No, not Z. Was it E? It was E. It was E. The photo, if you were to see, The hole is in the front, not the back. How do I move? Aha, look at that. It was the front. There's no exit wound. So I will present this. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Trusting some photographic print in my mustache? You actually have a good ass mustache, to be honest. I aspire to have mustache like that. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here.
Tusk, Tusk, Tusk. What nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what?
What are you talking about?
It is apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there is a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Iesa, no sir. Yes sir. What sir? The statement you just made was this: the black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. What's your exact words? Am I wrong? Yes sir. Affirmative sir. I've witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. But no, that can't just be. And why not, cadet? Because... Take a closer look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is obvious. There is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? There is a baby. Oh, look at that baby. Don't push him down. You demon.
Oh, well,
What the? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. This is fine. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the fact here. Would you not agree? Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir.
What?
Ah yes, the last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iesa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
Uh, that's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom.
Yeah.
There's been a complete turnabout in this mood of this trial, just from that one little discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearms directly at the victim's back. Huh? But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, did you not see the moment the victim was shot either?
Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Treasure?
Very bad indeed. The whole era, Cobra.
Indeed. Hoe era Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habit to place it in my bosom pocket, a peculiar trinket of interest from a short rasute.
In the hopes of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you.
On the day under scrutiny, it was the military man that I proffered from Hoey treasure. I believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. But I did present him with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes from the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
Dr. Coban vanished.
Hunting around the table, I was, in case mayhaps he has fallen there, and then it happened. The bomb! My heart can't take it anymore. It was a shock. My Coban, my precious Coban, is gone.
So, you heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed, I did. But I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded holy treasure. Nothing can distract me.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Holy Kuban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
As I'm sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. So it's only a one-day case? The fuck? Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels, it must be to the Great British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Auchi?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have led a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back.
Hmm?
Eyewitnesses have further testimonies to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing the next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Yonosuke Naruhodo.
What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well. The court invites the witness to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegations. Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me. But there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulders, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Aido. Oh, what a cute name. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Aido. Teen soon. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. What a cute baby. Look at him. Oh, look at the snot. Look at the snot bubble. Oh, cutie. What a cutie. So happy. Look at Aido. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was. The young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed. Alone he was the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Wait, can it be what I was about to say? Wait. That's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of this outburst already.
But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime council? Yeah, there's only one.
Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court records. Ooh, I'm getting out of breath. Ooh. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. There's a possibility, you know. I beg. I'm dead. Aha. Aha. I look back. The waiter before said the same thing. It's something that Mika and Mika started, and I just went with it. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we will be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we had just heard leaves no further room for doubt.
That was very...
She did not eat at the table. Yeah, maybe she just sat down, talked with him. That is a possibility.
They are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Auchi, will be contributed to the amenity of these two great empires is an honor.
Just kill me now. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Oh no. Stand tall, Ryu. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out truth in your cross-examination. I thought like the Meiji era of Japan removed all swords. I think it's still in like processing. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
Tisk, rules can be so unbent at times.
Now the actual thing begins. Look at that baby. That baby is cute. Even if what I saw wasn't... Wait, let me see the things at hand. So it's here. Entrance kitchen. So maybe the lady was sitting here, but the waiter could have seen her through here. No. Let's say this is a door or window. He could have seen. Maybe. I don't know. Carbonated water. Look guys, it's carbonated water. Wait. There's no way. How do I change it again? E? It's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in the black. Wait, I can press both of them first. Let me press. No, it's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of that of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Did you?
Did you not see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink.
So I can't do the voice anymore. I'll just do my normal voice then. Teen Soon Shuj. Sound of the firearm rang in my ears at the very next moment. I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? And let us not forget that the antique dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Kurekuta-san? Dude is sleeping. Yes, pointing his gun on the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I did see for myself. But weren't you on the floor? Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed there were the only personnel present. We were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman dining all by himself. He looks like the Buddha. Old man Buddha ears. Therefore, no other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember there was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have just failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry. The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly states the same thing. He all said that the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can do that I can say to that. This, What do you think, Ryu? What's the matter? I can't find anything. I can't find a clear discrepancy anywhere. I'm done for. I can't win this trial. Okay, I'm getting ready my hot sauce now. No. Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time. So just take your time and try to tease more information out of them first. What do you mean? You can choose to either press or present against each of the witnesses' statements. If a witness is saying something you're suspicious about, press him on it with Q. With a little luck, you may get more detail which could prove to be critical. Right, I see. The important point is there's no sense in holding back. If anything even slightly adjusts with you, press the witness on it and press them hard. Alright, got it. I'll press them like blocks of tofu. The professor wasn't alone in the restaurant. I'm sure of it. And one way or another, this cross-examination is going to prove I'm right. It's time to press them for all they are worth. My fate depends on it. Look at that baby. I already said that. Yes, pointing his gun. To make tofu, you have to press the tofu. You have to press the soybean to make tofu. With a cognac jelly. Yes, to make tofu, you have to press it, I think. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point of time, but I've told you already, that's only because I've picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the way you could explain it. Anyways, I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when... Bang! I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at the exact moment that... And at exactly that moment... Bang! A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of evidence beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitates this testing predicament. Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the korban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyways, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirms that we were the only personnel present. Is to cut the guy next to him. Is to cut this guy. Because he stole a precious coin off him. Maybe, I don't know. Wait, how do I... There's no gun. Which is... There's no gun, which is... dumb. Don't know. Okay. Press him. You must have noticed something else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. As you have been at pains to the point out time and again, I feel I'm growing careless in my ear. And yet, no one else appeared to have caught even the glimpse of this woman. Maybe she was under the table, that's why. After she shot the doctor, the professor, she hid under the table. Maybe. If only there's been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Yes. Wait, court records. Let's see. She's 29. He's 60. How old are we? 23. So we're 23 years old. I don't see a foot anywhere. Ah yes, my favorite carbonated water. Squiggly. The other picture? Wait, how is that? Wait, that's a clear. That's clearly a. You see, there is water. There's carbonated water in this glass. But in this photo, there's no water. Did one of the inspector decide to drink some carbonated water? Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner is in any restaurant. I know. Of course, the place was already almost empty. It's what you expect. Oh, maybe. Certainly. 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day and why he was alone. No, maybe the knife was... Maybe the thing wasn't moved. It was just that the knife was hidden. Like the picture angle was different. That's why you didn't see the knife maybe. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was. This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. Pocket jacket. What is it, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Ota Clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19 November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very last day of the incident. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court records as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence? Just fucking do it. If I may, I would like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. But wait, where did he find it though? Whether or not they are too concerned. Yeah. He's very nervous since it's his first time as a lawyer. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defendant's request. Tusk. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Officer, kindly add this victim's medical report card to the court records. Okay. What we need right now is new clues. Let me see. Really? I can't read a medical report card. Wait, but where is his pocket though? Here? There? Here? New clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hurt you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like. But it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witnesses' testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekuta-san. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining by himself. Are you sure? So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone? That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statement as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak at the victim's table, a meal for one. The fork move. The antique dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. But it's not impossible that they are all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Therefore, no other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the English. Was it moved? So the fog is there. It would seem that it's in the same place though. No, it's the same place. Let me press again. Why aren't you telling the truth? Wait. I've seen this has been. Oh wait, what the fuck? So it's the Phantom Lady. I think just direct before 2. No, but she shot him first. So he went to shoot. No, nobody saw her. That's why I said maybe she hid under the table. Excellent work, Ryu. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changed much. I can see that it brings any real discrepancy to light. The appointment was 12 to 1. So, let's look at the court records. So the death occurred a little after 2, so about 2 plus. Okay. But the record said, from what the prosecutor said, it was his appointment was 12 to 1, around there. No, I can't inspect it. Doesn't give me the right to inspect. Only this. No. Depending on where they were sitting at the... Because... Wait. He was sitting here. Okay, so Ryu was sitting around here. I can see. He was sitting around here, like at this chair. Then he saw the professor. Maybe they were here. Maybe the sergeant and the antique dealer was here. They were sitting both at this point. That's why they can't see the lady because she's hiding behind the professor. She was blocked by the professor. But that can't be. I have to go back. I wouldn't be too sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. They are the ones you may examine. Press space and you can take a closer look at the piece of evidence in question. Use up, down, left, right. Ah. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using WASD. Okay. Whoa. Power of 3D. You can move the crosshair around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshair starts to pulsate, press space to investigate further. So partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Need to use the up and down, up, down, left, right. Okay. Area to see suspicious. Ooh. Ah, what is this? Dentist. He went to the clinic for a... He went to a dentist. Medical report card requires for every visit. Hota. Where have I heard Hota before? Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. Ah! Ah! You... Yes, that's true, that's true. Strictly no food or drinks beside water for 3 hours. Post-procedure until anesthesia effects have passed. It's 2, so there's only like 1 hour. So he can only drink water. Water. Really? Sounds like the information worth bearing in mind. Yes, we got it. We got it. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. What you say, boy? Dining all by himself. Wait, no. Yeah, this one. Fuck you, old man. We got evidence. Well, I think, what are you? withering lad. Call yourself a lawyer? I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Old man is sus. Ryu. Everyone stumbles on their word occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Whew. Kurekuta-san, this is a medical report belonging to the victim. Ah, I see. And? I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, dear me. Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry? What? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your own amateurish drivel. Drivel? What? Let's see if I can explain it in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that is completely relevant, you son of a bitch. Completely relevant. But that's... Remember, Ryu, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies in the court have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all for the simple reason that there is no... What? Nani? T. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all for the simple reason that... where is it? There is no one else beside this pale-faced pupil who could possibly have perpetrated the crime. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Ota Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps. Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim has been forbidden from eating. Look at the baby, he's sleeping. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat. So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink, other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't... Kurekuta-san? What, boy? What? Are you just heard when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m. Hey, it's Gob. Hi Gob. How you feeling? How many hours to work? How many hours till work, I would say. When he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m. the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. 6 more hours to go. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that can't possibly be the case. Shit. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and will and was still experiencing the side effects of the anesthetic. I shall look. Alright, thank you for looking. Always appreciate it. Expertly done, partner. What? What is this nonsense? You little upstart. These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see that the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. There's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it is fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryu? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is gonna be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been an unknown third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who have been sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak at his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was someone else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issues with you. What do you mean? I have issues with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously, you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit? In murder? No. Hold it. No. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. Tactical meeting? Wait, what? I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say, you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Who is the who said this? Oh. What? What did you just say? Kurikute-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw the gentlewoman. Oh, shit. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? just one simple slip of the tongue. No, you know, slip of the tongue. Ooh. Order, order. Council, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Why is he the only one with like no bang, you know? It's just one like slap. Then who's behind all of this? Who's trying to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified, you know? So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Ryu, judging from the way they're reacting to all this, I'll say they were sworn to be silenced by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Aochi had any idea about this. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was to try to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we need evidence before we can make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whether whoever it really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a next clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you, the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about all of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I know nothing. What does the defense have to say about all of this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. But who? Besides the prosecution, the only other person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witness is... not him. He's a forensic science major. So it's either Mikotoba or him. But who do we pick? Who? The head waiter at the European-style restaurant La Carnival. Something there. Besides the prosecution, the only other person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... He doesn't seem to have influence, you know? No. The waiter doesn't seem to have influence against these two, you know? Only him. He has influence because he's a medical school professor. He's an authority in forensic medicine and Kazuma's mentor. It would just lose me one star. There, what do you make of that? Wait, let me see. I think counsel that you may want to close your ears as well as your eyes. No, it's not. Okay, obviously the sight of disappointment in the courtroom may well deafen you. Oh. If you feel you might close your eyes in a crisis, might I suggest you keep your mouth shut next time too? Ah, that is true. You make a fair point. Otherwise, I may have to use the influence I have in this courtroom to shut it permanently. I don't think what it is about the prosecution exactly, but he really wants me to wince in pain sometimes. I don't have a great deal of influence myself, but believe me, I can't find any other way to make you keep your mouth shut as well. Fuck you, Kazuma. Alright, don't get angry. I'll think again. There must be a clue somehow in all of this evidence in the court records. Actually, now that I think about it, there might be some piece of evidence I haven't thoroughly examined yet. And what does that defense have to say about all of this? Well, Your Excellency... Okay. Okay. Him. Okay. Well, surely that would be Satoru Kusunaga-san. Kusunaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier? Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is, the man truly were a waiter. What? If he truly was? Come on, Ryu. Time to hit this court with the truth. What? Nothing but the truth. The truth about Satoru Kusunaga's real identity, as proven by this evidence. Wait! Oh no! What the fuck? He's not a waiter! He's a chief inspector! Dude! Well, that's unexpected. What is it? Look. Do you see it says the witness name earlier here? Satoru Kusunaga? Oh yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Kusunaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here... The waiter's business card information has been updated in the courtroom record. You sly devil. Like that. Wait, no. Present. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Hurry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. Would someone please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Kusunaga-san sketched the plan on the restaurant of the reverse side of his business card. The front of the business card reveals the name in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession. But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
What?
The waiter is a detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there instead. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you the orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you've seen this foreign gentleman at the scene? Well... Yep. Inspector Hosonaga! Well, yes. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The courtroom will now take this plan and add it to the courtroom record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plans to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusual careless mistake. Do you mean to say you really are a detective? But what would a detective be working at a restaurant waiter? I beg, I'm dead. Your head hurted. Your head hurted, so I needed to rest. I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes. There has been a series of incidences at the restaurant lately. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidences? Tusk. There will be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can stand categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner, therefore I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required two witnesses to be in agreement. I needed that. I seem to have fallen asleep at that point of time. Would that be correct? Ahem. Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. Bang! As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. I'm not enjoying the noise, I'm cringing at the noise. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once? It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Why is that? The Empire views the friendly terms of this relationship with Britain more highly than anyone at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. I know. If you kill someone, you kill someone. Gotta know that. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young English woman. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. Stay hydrated, yes. You mean when I removed it, the fuck, I can't speak. After hydrating, I can't function. Why? When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it's prudent to check her identity first. And the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishman sitting at the university's professor table was a certain Miss... How do you pronounce this? Giselle? Jazai... Jazai... Miss... A certain Miss... Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty. What is happening here? I admit that under orders from the police bureau, Giselle, okay, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimony. I like how the sergeant just pushed his newborn baby down. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Oh shit, I'm sorry, I went asleep. Look at him. He looks like he looks like he's done with life and just passed away. Looks like he just like peacefully passed away. Oh, I'm awake. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particular critical premise. Namely that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration. Oh, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Council. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with your utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So it wouldn't be a problem. Ahem, 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 ahem. Nothing will get in my way. Ahem, ahem. Court will be adjourned briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency. Good. Then we will have a 30 minutes recess before reconvening. We made it. We made it through the first part. Yeah, baby. Yes. Wait, but the case is still.